Your business is not you. Don't let your business determine your self-worth. I see so many entrepreneurs who are happy when their business is successful and they're down and out when it's not. Your business is not you. It's not your personality. It's not your character. It's not your family. And it's not your relationships. It is a business, and that is all it is. I know most of you who are starting out pour everything into your business. Your time, energy, money, emotions, and even your relationships. And when things don't go well, it really affects you. I have built multiple businesses early on in my career, and I went through the exact same thing. I thought, this is my baby. I put everything into the business. I put in money, time, relationships, energy, emotion, all of that into the business. I wanted the business to reflect who I was as a person. I wanted the culture to revolve around my core beliefs, my personalities, my values, my lifestyle patterns, my energy. So I worked every day to make sure that that was put back into the business. And when I did that, I got emotionally invested, maybe a little bit too much. That level of emotional commitment meant I felt every high and I felt every low. This often led to multiple highs and multiple lows every single day. I'm sure you understand that is exhausting. If I was having a bad day, things in the office seem to go that way as well. This isn't good for anybody, especially the employees. The employees of a small business rely so much on the culture of that business. And if the culture of the company fluctuates every day with the mood of the CEO, well, that's going to cause a lot of problems. Here are 2 methods to help you change your mindset. Number 1, think of your business through the lens of professional sports. Your business is a professional sports team, and you are competing in a pro league with other professional teams. Let's take the National Hockey League as an example. There are 32 teams competing against each other to be first. These teams each have a group of players, owners, trainers, coaches, managers, staff members, family, and even fans. All of these groups are working together with one common goal, and that is winning. The team needs to be competitive. And for it to be competitive, all team members must know their role. The players need to be at their peak performance. The trainers and managers need to be available to support the players' needs. The coaches need to have good strategy, great communication skills, and the ability to motivate players. The players need the emotional support of their family members when they're away from the team. And finally, without the fans, there would be no sports team. In your business, your company is the team. The players, coaches, trainers, managers, and staff are your employees. And the fans, they are your customers. Without any one of these groups, your business would not survive. So where do you, as the owner, fit in? At the beginning, you are the owner, player, coach, trainer, manager, and staff member. You fill every role of the team. But remember, it is still a team. Except in your case, it's just a one-person team. You are not the best at each of these roles. Eventually, you'll need to find someone who's got specific skills in these roles. This means that eventually, you will relinquish some responsibility and focus more on the role of the owner. So what does the owner do? The owner builds a long-term vision of the business. The owner is responsible for putting together the group of people to fill each role. This means knowing who to hire and putting them in the right positions to succeed. On a team, the owner can't be all members of the group. The business is a separate, living, growing organism. It changes as you need it to change. If you can look at your business through this lens, then you can learn to separate the daily ups and downs of the business from your emotions. No team wins from day one. Your business will go through every imaginable growing pain there is. But if you don't quit, you will eventually get there. Number 2, play the what if game. Ask yourself these questions and try to come up with some answers. What if the business fails in the next 3 years? What would I do? How would I pay my bills? Do I have debt that I owe? Is it going to affect my relationships? Am I going to be able to recover emotionally, financially, and maybe even physically? With some of my early business ventures, I had a dangerous mentality, and it was this. This business idea is the greatest, and I am going to make so much money. After a few very successful businesses, I thought I could do no wrong. Any business I started would succeed because it was me who was going to make it succeed. I didn't consider any of the downsides. How could I? I was on a winning streak. Eventually, the dangers caught up. I was careless with my expenses, arrogant in negotiations, and apathetic in my leadership. Eventually, the business failed. It left me devastated. It left me with an enormous amount of debt. And it left me with no backup plan. I didn't want to think of the what if scenarios. The business was me and I was the business. I thought of myself as a winner, so how could the business fail? If I'm a winner, the business is a winner. I failed to see that the business could fail, and it ended up costing me big time. Had I gone through this mental exercise at the beginning, I might have seen the potential dangers and maybe did things a bit differently. The what if game is not just for negative outcomes, it can be used towards positive outcomes. Ask yourself this: what if your business grows quickly? Are you ready to scale? Have you given thought to what that would look like? What if there is a buyer who wants to buy your business? Would you sell it? Could you sell it? Or would you want to just keep working the long hours at it? What if you sold it? How would you feel? What would you do with the money? What would be your next move? I understand that all of this could be overwhelming, and you don't need to sit and ponder these day in and day out. All you need to do is set aside some time and at least address some of these what ifs. But if you do go through this exercise, it's going to expand your view of your business, and it will help you separate the business from you. I applaud you for taking the step to building your own business. It's one of the hardest things that you could do in life. It's lonely, it's stressful, and it takes everything that you have. But that doesn't mean it's you. Remember, it's a business. Find ways to enjoy the process. Don't give up, keep going, and you will find success someday. If you like this content, like the video, and please subscribe.